Okay, so next what I'm going to show you is how you create a user chart. So basically when you click on menu, there is a user chart option out here. When you click on file operations. When you click on file operations, there are already some pre-saved user charts. So for example, if there is a preset user chart which you want to load, you can just click on it, and if you want to edit that user chart, you can click on edit. So that's the user chart that you can edit, and the ones which you don't require, just untick it. It is quite simple. And now suppose if there is a new user chart you want to make, so you click on new, and there's a new user chart file that has already come up. I will show you. When you scroll down, it will come like that, user map file. Okay, so it's already in your edit by default, and then you can start making. Now suppose if you want to type something in the user chart, you can click here, over here user chart, you see here type. On type you can click on text, and you can just write anything you want wherever you want. So here I have typed monitor UKC, so that is there. Now if you want to make a symbol, click on user chart, click on type, click on line, and whatever line, if you want to make a line for a PI, so you can just make a line like that, or something like that. This is just an example, guys. There is more to ECDIS and you can always look into it. I cannot brief you through everything because there are too many contents. I would always advise you to go through the manual, but this is just a small effort to show you a few basic things. Now just when you see here line and then you see here area, if you want to make an area, you can make an area marking an anchorage or something like that, and you can make an area like that. And then again go to type, go to text, click on text, and then you can type here anchorage. When you see here, you can type here anchorage, and then you can press enter, and you see here it changes to anchorage. So this is a short preview on the user chart. Next up, okay, so next up I will show you how to import and export your user chart or your passage plan. So basically you see over here there's a USB slot right here. Okay, when you open it, you can put in your USB right here. Let me get the USB. So basically to all the second mates, I would recommend you to get a permanent USB for the ECDIS and mark it with ECDIS, and make sure that it is not used anywhere else apart from your ECDIS, because it's a very sensitive machine, and any virus or anything can really damage the ECDIS a lot. So I would suggest you to keep formatting whenever you use your pen drive. So here, right here, you first put in your pen drive. Now suppose I showed you how do you make this root which is already saved. So to export, you click on menu, you click on route planning, and when you click on open, you see, for example, there are so many routes. Now it's the latest route that I want to select and export it to my computer. So I click on it, I click on open. When I click on open, you see there are several options out here. When you click on this option, there is an option to export. When you click on export, you see there is a file type out here. Now there are many people who prefer to store it in a different file, like for example the .csv file, which is exactly out here. Now let me tell you guys, .csv file can be used for the latest ECDIS and also for ECDIS of different models. It's a universal format and you can use it anywhere. So I would also personally recommend you to save it in the .csv file. Now .csv file is basically a Excel file which you can also use to copy and paste your waypoints to your passage plan software. And sometimes sometimes there are some routes that are too long and you cannot keep on changing all the cross track limits and speed everywhere on the ECDIS, because it will take a lot of time. So what you have to do is you just export. Let me show you. You click here, okay, select the .csv file. Now it is AAA, enter and OK. Now it is already saved in your pen drive. So what happens is when you open this file in your computer, the Excel format will open exactly like this table out here, and you can quickly change the cross track limit and the speed whatever you desire, or the turning radius right on your computer. It's a faster process. You can save it, put it back on your ECDIS and load it back. Now to load a saved passage plan, you can just click on over here. You can click on import. When you click on import, there's this pen drive file that you will open, and there will be certain saved files. Now this is the format RTM. Now suppose if you saved in another file format, you can select whatever file format you have saved in. And also let me tell you, the JRC Jan 9201 also accepts files in format .rtm, .rta, .rtn and CSV file. So when I click on CSV file, it will show me whatever passage plan or waypoints I have saved in the CSV file. If I click on all, there will be all the routes that are in the pen drive. I can select any one, for example this, and I can select OK, and the passage plan is open. Now if you are happy with the route and the passage plan, you can just click on save. Or if you want to save it in a different name, you can click in the arrow right here. You can click on save as, and you can change the name whatever you feel like, anything, and also you can fill in a comment, and you can click on save and it will be saved in your ECDIS. Okay guys. Here you can see in the tools option there is a file manager. This file manager is basically used to transfer all your log files which you save as a voyage data, or like your route or your user chart. I earlier showed you that you can transfer your user chart and route planning, all your passage plan, from the menu route planning option as well as from the user chart option. This is the third option where you can go. Again, let me show you. You can go to tools, you can go to file manager, and then this is how it is. So here you can see I have selected user chart. Here you have various other things to select from. Now suppose if I select a route file, the route file is selected here, and if you have attached a pen drive like how I have done, then the option of pen drive will also come here. Now my second ECDIS is switched off. Sorry guys, but I could have showed it to you. Then there is an option here where there will come as ECDIS 1 or ECDIS 2, and then you can click on that and directly transfer. Now for example, I have clicked this pen drive. Now whatever these root files are there, I can just select whatever files I need and I can just select on copy. When I click copy, it will automatically be transferred to my USB drive. Same thing you can do with the user chart, same thing you can do with the logbook. Now logbook feature is something that I use to save my log data. So basically what happens is, whatever my voyage was from a particular date to another particular date, like for example, let me show you. Suppose from June 1st we did a voyage to June 15th, so I can select June 1st, June 15th, check the year. Sometimes ECDIS gives you year 2021, I mean the next year, I don't know for what reason, but please make sure to check this out, and click OK. Once you click OK, you click on copy. When you click on copy, it takes a bit of time and then it will process everything, and then like this it will transfer to your pen drive. So guys, this is how you transfer your logbook files as well. Or you can also do it vice versa, like you can select a root file and you can select your pen drive or any other ECDIS, and you can transfer from this place to here. Like let me show you, you can copy it both ways guys, both ways. Okay, So this is also a good option, but let me tell you that the root file in this file manager option will save it in the default file extension that is provided by the ECDIS. For my jan 9201 jrc ECDIS, it will save in the .rtm file. But if you want to save it in the .csv file, which I said is very convenient for everyone, for me included, so you have to use the root planning file. From the menu, root planning, and whatever you open the root, and then when you click here, can you see here, you can click on export, and when you click the .csv file, and that's how you type whatever it is, enter and OK. This is the only way where you can save the .csv file, guys. So I would always prefer to use the root planning option. It's a bit longer, but it is the best way to do it. That's what I feel. Rest, I don't think so. Tool file has something so much of an importance. Rest, this also has a direct feature to take a screenshot. As you can see from here, let me show you. It is just like that. So when you see, click on this arrow facing upwards, there's an option to take a screenshot. As soon as you click it, the ECDIS will take a screenshot of this area. Now just give me a few seconds, and yes, here it popped up, screen capture succeeded. Now to view this screen capture, you have to go to tools, file manager, you can select here screenshot by user, go to the latest date down here, and then this is the screenshot taken, which you can transfer to your pen drive. Just copy it out here and you are all done. Next, in the settings, there is nothing much else. Everything is just normal. You can just have a go through it. Then rest I can show you is chart maintenance also is not so required. Next we can go to maintenance feature. Maintenance feature is the date time zone, where you can change the date and time out here. And the rest I can show you is what else we have on chart maintenance is your operating time, system information, like I showed you, where you can check your software version and everything else. Rest, normally the surveyors ask you how do you change your sensor settings, so it's in the maintenance sensor selection status. Here you can see your position main GPS 1, you can change your position substitute, you can change to GPS 2 or whatever, heading by gyro, speed through water log, and etc. etc. This is where you change your sensor settings. Rest, in maintenance there is self-test also. Self-test normally, my friends, now when you are root, let me show you that when you load a particular route, what happens is you will not be able to do the self-test. As you can see, the monitor test and the key test are not highlighted, means you cannot perform these tests. The only way you can perform these tests is by unloading the route right here. Now suppose, let me also tell you one thing, that when you unload this route, your ECDIS and radar are all synced together, and that is why once you unload this route, all the routes in ECDIS and radar will also go away. To avoid this thing, what you can do is, before doing the test, there is an option out here. Let me show you again. When you click this up arrow, there's an option of sync on. You can just make it sync off. So now this ECDIS is not synced with other equipments, and when you unload this, the only route that will be unloaded will be in this ECDIS, and all other ECDIS and radar will be as same. So now you can perform the self-test. When you click here, go to maintenance, click on self-test, and this is how you can perform the self-test. There is a key test where you can check all the keys, if it is working, everything is operational, and then you can exit it. There is a sound test where you can check the sound. There's a light test as well. There's a vibration test, which you click on vibrate test, your mouse should vibrate out here. There's a memory check which you perform. When you click, it will perform the memory check and it will say if everything is okay or not okay. This is the thing you can do out here. And rest in the maintenance column, self-test, software update, whatever, if there is an update you can do the update, DVD cleaning, I have not used it so much, etc. etc. Next up, I will show you basically the other important thing is how you change your safety and contour settings. This is very important because quite a few wedding surveyors are also asking for this. So when you go to view, you go to options and you go to chart common. When you go to chart common, you see the egg should always be in the area boundary, should always be symbolized, and the chart symbol should always be paper chart. That is what is recommended. So when you click on next over here, this is where you can change your safety and depth settings, whatever you feel like as per your passage plan. And then 4 shades pattern and shallow pattern. When you click on the shallow pattern, basically, let me show you, you see the cross marks out here. So when I untick the shallow pattern, the cross marks go, they are in the shallow contour, and once I click it, they just mark the cross mark. So it's just it gives you a better idea on the shallow contour and the areas that you should not enter. So it's like that. 4 shades basically, if you click on, I'll show you this as well. When you click on unclick the 4 shades, you see there's just a safety contour and there's a shallow contour. But when you click on the 4 shades, it will give you a deep contour, it will give you a safety depth, safety contour area, and then it will give you a deep contour. So this is the difference between 2 shades and 4 shades.